Good afternoon. My name is Izzy Ginn, Junior Communication Studies and Public Relations double major. I am currently the Stockdale Fellows Lead Mentor and the President of Kappa Kappa Gamma Women's Fraternity on campus, and I am your host for today's event. On behalf of the James and Sybil Stockdale Fellows, I would like to welcome you to the Monmouth College Veterans Day ceremony. Please rise for the playing of the national anthem played by Monmouth College Marching Band and remain standing for the invocation. Senior Social Science Education major, current Zeta Beta Tau Fraternity President, and Stockdale Fellow will now give the invocation.
Today, we call upon our Creator that has brought us together in the spirit of memoriam, recognition, and honor. Our community, strengthened by the bonds of community and togetherness, congregates to remember all those who have served our country, granted us peace, and deserve the highest of praises. The calamities of warfare show no bias. Its reach extensive as much as it is exhaustive. Today, we stand together to ask for a blessing unto those who have been, are, and will be affected by the unbound hand of war. We ask for healing of the wounds on the hearts, the minds, and on the bodies of those who have been damaged in the treachery of battle. In healing, we ask that they be given the gift of compassion, understanding, grace, sympathy, and open arms. Furthermore, we ask that all those who have lost find solidarity in their fellow humanity, and that our hearts overflow with love and mercy. Today, we reaffirm our commitment to unity. Let the beacon of peace shine forth, conquering evils, while illuminating a path for all those who are lost to find their way home. Within our communities, let us go forth with a shared devotion to gratitude, honor, and service. In the spirit of these precepts, let us say together, Amen.
I would now like to invite Marnie Steech, Director of the Wackerly Center for Career and Leadership and Fellowships and Associate Director of Student Services Success, to the podium to offer some remarks on behalf of President Wyatt.
Good afternoon. President Wyatt is traveling today on behalf of the college and would like me to offer his regrets for being unable to attend the ceremony today in person. He asked me to share a few remarks on his behalf. Veterans Day is one of the most meaningful days on the Monmouth College calendar for President Wyatt, and he wishes to express appreciation to Chief Joe Schweitzer for speaking today and to the James and Sybil Stockdale Fellows for their coordination of today's event. And of course, most important, he sends his thanks and recognition to all those among us who have been a part of the U.S. military, our veterans, active duty service members, guardsmen, and reservists. It is your service and sacrifice that has kept our country safe and free. If you're able, please stand to be recognized. President Wyatt also wishes to remind us of the great heritage of service that lives among Monmouth College alumni. He encourages everyone to take time today to look around this room, the Veterans Great Room. The displays on these walls tell of the college's military heritage, one of which we should all be proud. Most especially, these walls tell the stories of the 4 Monmouth College alumni who have received the Medal of Honor, the nation's highest award for military valor in action. Finally, President Wyatt wishes that we take with us the lessons of service and leadership that veterans can teach us. Let a just and peaceful world for which they sacrificed and for which all veterans served be our lasting tribute to them. Thank you.
Day, Veterans Day, we are commemorating the service of all veterans. We remember how men and women set aside their civilian pursuits to serve their nation's cause, defending the freedom of mankind and preserving our precious American heritage. We believe our strength on the field of battle, on the supply lines which nourish our armed might, lay in the justice of our cause against the forces of evil. We believe our determination made us better warriors because we fought with our minds and our hearts as well as our bodies. We recognize service to our country and her cause does not end with the termination of military service. We continue our endeavors on behalf of an honorable world peace with a feeling of profound gratitude to God and to the men and women who gave their lives as their part of the cost of this noblest of causes. Out of blood and sweat, we learned of purpose, sacrifice, tolerance, bravery, and discipline. These are solid foundation stones upon which a great nation is built. A prisoner of war, missing in action, empty chair is placed in our ceremony as a physical symbol of the thousands of American prisoner of war, missing in action, still unaccounted for from all wars and conflicts involving the United States of America. This is a reminder for all of us to spare no effort to secure the release of any American prisoners from captivity, the reparation of those remains of those who died bravely in defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate our lives to this vital endeavor. Let me explain the meaning of this table, and then join me for a moment of silent prayer. The table is round to show our everlasting concern. The cloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their motives when answering the call to serve. The single red rose reminds us of the lives of these Americans and their loved ones and friends who keep faith while seeking answers. The yellow candle symbolizes our continued uncertainty, hope for their return, and determination to account for them. A slice of lemon reminds us of their bitter fate, captured or missing in a foreign land. A pinch of salt symbolizes the tears of our missing and their families. The lighted candle reflects our hope for their return. The Bible represents the strength gained through faith to sustain us in loss from our country, founded as one nation under God. The glass is inverted to symbolize their inability to share a toast. Take a moment for silent prayer. At this time, I would like to invite Luis Castillo, Senior Neuroscience Major, President of Scott Student Senate and Stockdale Fellow, to the podium to introduce our featured speaker.
Monmouth Chief of Police Joe Schweitzer is well known in the community for his bravery in the eyes of adversity and for his courageous efforts to keep his community safe. Chief Schweitzer has served as the Monmouth Chief of Police for 7 consecutive years and has been with the department for almost 3 decades. During that time, Chief Schweitzer also served in the Illinois National Guard, retiring as a first sergeant and was deployed in Iraq in 2005. His military service actually began in 1987 when he served as an infantry soldier in the United States Army. He has a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Western Illinois University and is a graduate of Northwestern's Police Staff and Command School and graduated in 2014 from the FBI Academy. He is a certified Chief of Police from the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police and a certified Master Firearms Instructor from the University of Illinois Police Training Institute. Chief Schweitzer lives in Monmouth with his wife, Marcy, and his 2 children, Blake, who is an active serviceman with the United States Navy, and Addison, a freshman at Central College in Pella, Iowa. When Chief Schweitzer is not actively serving the Monmouth community or with his family, he enjoys golf and is known by some of his amazing Joe's Just Cakes, a homemade white wedding cake with buttercream frosting. Now please help in welcoming Chief Schweitzer to the podium.
Thank you. The first thing I'd like to do is thank the James and Civil Stockdale Fellows Program for having me speak here today. And also like to thank Monmouth College and Marnie Steach for recommending that I take part in this important ceremony. I'm very honored to be able to do this today. As noted in my introduction, I'm Joe Schweitzer, I'm the Chief of Police here at the Monmouth Police Department. And I'm also, more importantly, a combat veteran, having served this great nation for 21 years. First started out in 1987 at Fort Benning, Georgia, where I attended basic training, advanced infantry training, and airborne school. I am a certified Army parachutist. And then I went on to serve on active duty in the 4th Infantry Division in Fort Carson, Colorado. After active duty, I continued my military service with the Illinois National Guard as an artilleryman, ultimately reaching the rank of First Sergeant. 2004 was a busy year, and ultimately at the end of 2004, the unit that I was going with from Southern Illinois was deployed to Iraq as part of Operation Iraqi Freedom 3. I was there from 2004 until 2006. A little story, and I was hoping not to jump into stories about this, but I was a first sergeant. If anybody knows anything about the ranking system, I was almost as high as you can go as far as being a non-commissioned officer. Platoon leaders in the military generally are second lieutenants, and the state adjutant general opted to send more experienced people to Iraq that would be able to plan and execute missions. So I was selected as one of those senior NCOs to go to Iraq as a platoon leader. In Iraq, I was accountable for a platoon of 33 other soldiers, and we were assigned to Navy Special Warfare Task Unit, Delta Platoon, SEAL Team 4, during what we call Tier 1 protective services, which was the protection of the Iraqi President Jalil Talabani. Basically what happened is we would go to President Talabani's house in the morning, we would pick him up. A platoon from SEAL Team 4 was living with President Talabani at his residence, and we take him back to the embassy where he conducted his business in the day. When we weren't doing anything, which was a lot of times, because President Talabani traveled outside the country quite a bit during the war, and while he was at the embassy, we also did what was called route regulation. And I planned and led over 300 combat route regulation missions, seeking out insurgent forces and trying to locate IEDs or improvised explosive devices through the major routes in the area of Baghdad and around Baghdad. In 2008, I retired as a first sergeant with 21 years of experience in the United States military. And awards I earned include the Expert Infantryman's Badge, the Army Parachutist Badge, and Combat Action Badge, and also multiple commendations and achievement medals. So that's kind of a brief rundown of myself, and I didn't want to make this all about myself because this is actually about something bigger than just me. Today we're here to honor and pay tribute to those brave individuals, about 18 million, who answered the call of duty and stood steadfast in the face of adversity. Veterans Day is intended to thank and honor all those who served honorably in the military, living and dead, whether in wartime or in peace. Veterans Day, at its foundation, is largely intended to thank and honor living veterans for their service, to acknowledge that their contributions to our national security are appreciated, and to stress that all those who served, not only those who died, have sacrificed and done their duty. This day provides an opportunity for society and the American people to express gratitude towards those who have sacrificed their personal safety and well-being, protecting our freedoms and ensuring security of our nation. We're here to reflect upon the profound meaning of being a veteran, to acknowledge those sacrifices, and to express our eternal gratitude for their service to our nation. Veterans Day plays a vital role in nurturing national unity by promoting a collective sense of pride. The commemoration allows citizens to come together and recognize the shared values that veterans have fought to uphold. Being a veteran means embracing a life of selflessness, courage, and resilience. It means having the unwavering conviction to defend the principles and the values upon which our great nation was founded. It means willingly placing oneself in harm's way, far from the comforts of home, to protect the freedoms that we hold so dear. As veterans, we've experienced firsthand the trials and tribulations that come with military service. We've endured long and arduous deployments, separations from loved ones, and a constant threat of danger. Yet despite these challenges, we remain unwavering in our commitment to preserving the liberties that define us as a nation. To be a veteran is to embody the spirit, camaraderie, and brotherhood. It is to form unbreakable bonds with fellow service members, forged in the crucible of shared hardships. We've witnessed the best of humanity in the face of adversity, and we've relied on each other for support, encouragement, and the assurance that we are never alone. Moreover, being a veteran means understanding the true cost of freedom. It means cherishing the privileges we enjoy today, knowing that they come at a great price. Our sacrifices have not been in vain, for they've paved the way for a better future, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come. Veterans Day also serves as a reminder of our collective duty to support and care for veterans beyond simply expressing gratitude. 22 veterans take their own life each day. This needs to prompt us to advocate for better policies and programs that improve the welfare of veterans, to include health care, education, employment opportunities, ensuring they receive recognition and support they deserve. On this day, let us also remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Let us honor the fallen heroes who have laid down their lives so that we may live in a world free from tyranny and oppression. Their selflessness and courage serve as a constant reminder of the true extent of our duty as veterans, to never forget and to carry their memory in our hearts. As we reflect upon what it means to be a veteran, let us never lose sight of the profound impact that our service has had on shaping our character, our values, and our nation. Let us continue to uphold the virtues of integrity, honor, and selflessness that have guided us through our military careers. Today, as we are here united, let us express our deepest gratitude to our fellow veterans for their unwavering commitment, their sacrifices, and their indomitable spirit. Let us strive to ensure that their service will never be forgotten and that their legacy will continue to inspire future generations to serve and protect. Being a veteran is not just a title, a combat patch, or a badge of honor. It's a lifelong commitment to a cause greater than oneself. It's a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the unwavering dedication to the ideals that our nation holds dear. Today, let us renew our pledge to support and honor our veterans, not just on this day, but every day. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to make these remarks, and please let's never forget the sacrifices that our veterans have made for our country. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Schweitzer, for your thoughtful remarks. While Veterans Day is primarily a tribute to America's living veterans and should be observed more as a celebration than as a somber remembrance, it is always appropriate to include a moment of respect for those who gave their lives for their country and for the veterans that are no longer with us. The signing of the World War I armistice took place on November 11, 1918 in a railway coach near the battle zone in France. The bugles sounded cease firing and the hostilities ended, marking a most significant moment in world history. At this time, the Monmouth College Marching Band will play Amazing Grace. This now concludes our program. On behalf of the James and Sybil Stockdale Fellows, we would like to thank everyone for attending the Monmouth College Veterans Day ceremony.